taxi driver. Oh, you want to fly on the plane. You want to buy your air ticket, then you carry sacks of potatoes to give the airline. It's beginning to look ridiculous, isn't it? We didn't have to go that far. Mankind didn't have to go that far before mankind realized it was a very clumsy way to do business. So, people invented money. They used cowrie shells, they used silver coins, copper coins, gold coins to represent the value of what you would have been carrying around. Okay? So, instead of carrying the potatoes around, you were given the value of the potatoes. With that, you could go to the market and buy anything that you wanted to buy. It made it really easy to transact business. Okay? If somebody offered a service, maybe a carpenter or a bricklayer or mason, he was given money instead of sacks of potatoes. And then he could use the money, he could even split it up into different amounts and use the money to buy the different things that he needed for his upkeep. That made transactions easier. That is how money evolved. When you look closely at that, you realize one thing. Therefore, that the real deal is not the coin or the paper. It's the produce at home that has value, because it's the value of the produce that you are trying to exchange. So the real money is value, and you cannot see value with your eyes. You can't see the real money with your eyes, because real money is value. Keep this at the back of your mind, dear viewer, because we're going to build on this as we run through this series. It's a life-changing one. I sense that you are about to prosper like you never prospered before. Someone is breaking new levels. You're breaking new levels in your finances. I mean, it's going to be easier for you now than it ever was before. Keep this in mind, that real money is value. It's not the paper. That's why the 5-pound note says, I promise to give the bearer on demand the sum of £5, because this only represents the value. This is not the real thing. Wow. Our topic for today is money is a means of exchange. I will be back after this break. Success Power. Welcome back. This is Success Power. We're discussing the topic, money is a means of exchange. This basic understanding can be life-changing, can alter one's career altogether, but definitely it will shift levels for you. Real money is value. I'll recap where we started from. Money has not always been in existence. People did trade by barter. They brought farm produce or their skills to the market, and there they exchanged. They got something in return that they needed. As it became clumsy and cumbersome to carry out transactions like that, man invented money to represent the value of the produce at home. Listen, today it's remarkable that people would want to get money for the sake of getting money. When they did trade by barter, it was clear to everybody that if you did not bring to the market something that had value, you did not qualify to have money. We need to take our thinking back to the basics. The question I want to ask, therefore, today is this. Dear viewer, do you have anything of value to give to other people in exchange? See? Because from our illustrations now and from our explanations, we see that money is only a means of what? Exchange. Exchange. That's what money is, a means of exchange, of value. Do you have primary value to give to other people or to add to them? bear this in mind, that something has value to people if it's going to meet their needs. This is the way the market works. You are not the one who determines what has value and how much value it has. Not you. It's the person who's going to buy it from you. If they really need it, then it's valuable to them. If they don't need it, it's not valuable to them. You can say it has value, but really in the market it may have no value because it's of no use to anybody. So the question I want to ask therefore is, do you have anything? Do you have a product? Do you have a service? Do you have a skill that you can give to other people that has value? And what determines whether it will have value is if it's going to solve any problem for them or if it's going to meet any need for them. Why does the potato have value? Okay. Why do tomatoes have value? Why does water have value? Because it meets needs. Or should I say because they meet needs in people's lives. Food solves the problem of hunger. Water cures thirst, along with other kinds of drinks that we have today. Wow. So, do you have anything to offer? If you don't, you are out of the money flow. You're out of circulation. And I want you to know that money flows. You know, the money spent in each country is described as its currency. The word currency is from the word current. A current describes something that flows. Money flows. It's never stagnant. It flows. Billions of dollars or pound sterling exchange hands every day around the world. Hundreds of billions for that matter. Money is flowing around you, flowing all over the world. If you do not have any product to offer, any service to offer, you don't have anything of value, nothing to take to the market for exchange, money will not flow towards you. It's not a curse, it's a fact. So I want you to look around today and ask, what do I have to offer? What product, what service do I have to take to the marketplace? That primarily will define what effort you need to put in, what kind of work you need to do, what you need to invest your time doing. Because you need to create that primary value that you can take to the market. All of us have something to give. If you have not found it, I pray you will find it now. But you have something to take to the market to give. The other dimension to it is that, like I said, it's not you that will determine the value of what you have in the marketplace. It's the person who's going to buy it from you. This means that before you even get to the market at all, or before you create a product or service, you need to develop the ability to identify people's needs, identify people's problems. That is what determines the value of what you have. Wow. People have needs. People have needs. People need food. Now, I want you to think of all the possible products and services that are built around the need for food alone. First, there are different kinds of food. Different kinds of crops, of animals, you know, different kinds, different categories of them. You know what that does? The starting point is not the cooking, it's the farming. So that creates a job. Anyone who farms and who produces potatoes, who produces tomatoes, who produces corn, who produces fruits like oranges, apples, and mangoes, you know, who produces nuts. Anyone who farms to produce crops is creating value.